guys, Mr. Theorist here with another video. This one is a discussion video about Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice. And I have with me today...
Me!
This guy. So yeah, we'll just dive in and see how this video goes, really.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking a minute ago about the intro. It was good about get the intro out of the way with...
Basically, just get the Batman origin out of the way. Very arty, very typical Zack Snyder visuals.
Yeah.
But it served its purpose. It basically says, yeah, here it is, here's Batman, this is his origin, and we're done. But then we are brought straight into another film, obviously. Because we come into the Man of Steel film. So anybody who doesn't really know Man of Steel, it's kind of like, what the fuck's going on here, kind of thing.
I felt initially, though, that the intro had a bit too much Batman to begin with. Like, I felt like it focused a little too much on Batman. Like, I think we had a good block of time with just seeing Batman, where I would have thought we should have had Superman first, with it being Man of Steel 2. Or I thought it was going to be more Man of Steel 2 than...
So you felt that it should have had a bit more Superman at the beginning?
Yeah.
Why?
Because Batman... I thought that Batman was going to be like, this was going to be, look, Batman's in it and Batman his is opposite, but it was Superman's film. But the intro gave me more the idea that, okay, I feel more like this is a Batman film. But as you say, it did then go into doing Man of Steel 2 stuff that can stop. But initially that was my reaction of, okay, I feel more like I'm watching a Batman movie rather than a Man of Steel 2. Okay,
so we haven't spoke about the film. We've basically remained silent until we got home. This is supposed to be that first reactions video as opposed to a review video. First reactions.
I loved it. Mostly because most people we've spoken to was giving me very much like, oh, this, yeah, it doesn't look too great, which I then got a feeling of, okay, this film isn't going to be too great, but I left it feeling like it was.
So, do you feel
cool.
that you were kind of like had low expectations and then those expectations were matched, do you think? Or
I think it was surpassed a little bit, I think.
Yeah?
I think for a dark superhero film compared to what we've had most Marvel films to be.
Now, there's kind of like my first thought. Yes, we knew we were going to get like a darker, grimmer kind of film that compares to the Marvel movie. It's trying to not be the Marvel movie. It's trying to find its own ground, which I think they're okay with. But here is my first reaction. For the first, I mean, there's a nice little introduction, nice bit at the beginning with Batman, and then the continuation of like showing his interaction, the reason why he has so much dislike for Superman, which was in the trailer. We are then introduced by scene after scene. This is what I was feeling. Scene after scene was this character talking to that character, this character talking to that character. And the one thing I was finding is that there was a lot of characters that were talking very low and very sedating, and I was finding that boring. Quite frankly, yes. I felt there were so many scenes where there was just it was like a low tone. Everyone's talking like in very low tones. And it was Lex Luthor talking to the Senate, and the scenes in the Daily Planet. It's just that scene after scene, and I was thinking, do something, please. Just show some acting, show some flair, show some life, and also the colours to it. I felt were almost slightly grey. Now, from a visual aspect, it looks superb. It did look like a beautiful. I mean, some of the visuals, just beautiful. But for the first 40 minutes, I felt I was getting sedated. So when the action scenes started coming in, I wasn't into it. I really felt I was not into a lot of the action because I felt sedated. Really did. It felt like the first hour. I looked at the time and thought, oh my god, an hour's gone, and next another time. Up to that point, I think we'd had one scene of Batman in costume when he saw him in the corner, and that was about it.
Yeah.
For Superman, you see them flying around in that kind of, those short clips of him doing rescues, his Jesus rescues. And beyond that, I was thinking, oh, I'm bored.
I actually really enjoyed that because we didn't just have Batman versus Superman. Like, I think Angry Joe or one of the others said this, that they were hoping that it was going to have Bruce Wayne versus Clark Kent, not just Batman versus Superman. And I liked it because I also felt like they built things.
Good is that, like, what we got in the first hour was introductions, the characters first meet, which we got in the trailer. Then we had some of the action film scenes we got in the trailer. And then the actual fight we got in the trailer.
But the
big reveal of, I mean, basically if they hadn't put so much in the trailer, I would have sparked when those little things happened.
But the thing is that's not the film's fault then. That's the trailer's fault then.
Well, exactly. It was taken. A lot of the things that may have interested me in the film, go and say, oh, there's that bit from the trailer. Oh, there's that bit from the trailer. There's that bit from the trailer. So by the time there was actually anything, there's next to nothing new that was in the film that wasn't in the trailer, apart from the big finish, of course, and also the appearances of.
Yeah, those. I'm going to put spoilers on this, so we can.
You are going to put spoilers on.
I'm putting spoilers.
Okay, right, yeah.
So, guys, we're going to talk spoilers.
Superman dies. There we go.
Spoiler. Sorry. I hope that you were hoping to have spoilers.
Yeah, he's going to put big spoiler at the beginning. He's just going to have 5 minutes going spoiler, 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 spoiler.
I might have to do that with that.
Yeah. But again, what they did in the film is the two things which I thought was like, oh, they're going to do this. One pretty much makes so many references to The Dark Knight, visually and lines. Jeremy Irons was, his performance, he's a good actor, an amazing actor. He was sardonic to the level of being bored, but he was basically playing kind of like that kind of version of Alfred you got from The Dark Knight, to the point he actually had quotes from the graphic novel, talking about the wine cellar, by inheriting the wine cellar. That's straight from The Dark Knight. And then we have the other story, which was Doomsday, which, if you don't know, Doomsday is the death of the
Yeah, I know. I actually like that. I like the fact that they've done a Superman film where they've properly killed Superman with Doomsday, and I was like,
no,
yay!
Here we go now. And I'll say with the first 40 minutes, and then some of the action scenes and the reveals, like we had the reveal of. I'll let you do this one.
The reveal. Oh, Wonder Woman.
And then.
The Four.
And then we have. Well, who did they introduce first? Who did they introduce first? Who did you spot?
Huh?
Did you spot any references?
I initially thought the guy who had his legs trapped and he called him Wally. So I was like, Wally? But obviously then stuff happened during the film. It wasn't him. But first thing was
Flash.
Flash. Oh,
Flash
yeah, the Four. Yeah.
So
Flash.
we have one scene that is which is a dream scene, but it also suggests that it's a vision.
Oh, that scene. Yes, where it was like, okay, so that would. If they didn't have the Flash bit, I was like, because this is something I was thinking of. Is it that because as guys have probably seen the posters and stuff, is that now that Darkseid is like coming to Earth, like everyone's getting these feelings and therefore they're manifesting his dreams. But then he also had the Flash bit, and it was like, okay, so was it a vision? Was it just a dream?
Well, it's well from that scene where he dreams. And if you've seen any of the clips, you know that you see the Batman version that's known as Nightmare Batman, which is him in the long coat. He dreams he's on a planet which is controlled.
No, it's Earth.
Well,
it is Earth because
planet.
you can see New Yorky, Gotham-y type of.
Oh yeah. You see
skyline.
the remnants of the city. Is that it's controlled by a paramilitary group led by Superman, or at least they follow Superman, and also some of the soldiers. They are flying creatures, humanoids, which basically, if you know your DC, they're pretty much saying they're parademons from Apocalypse. Also, the fact you see the Omega symbol of Darkseid, which, if that was in the film, would have been a holy fuck moment. The problem was, it was already released in a trailer.
Yeah.
That's again.
Yeah.
You knew that bit was in trailer. That would have been a big holy fuck moment. That would have been a wake up moment, because you would have needed it for this film. Because really, that again, I'm going back to that first half. It was slow. It was dull. It was very Zack Snyder. I didn't mind it. Once I finished watching the film, I thought I didn't dislike it as much as I disliked Man of Steel, but still, the one scene that kind of really, once the big fight at the end started, that was when I went, fuck yeah.
I loved like the whole thing. Oh, it's alright. The whole, like, as soon as Batman was like, Superman, come on, we're gonna have this. That whole section, I was like,
just the whole big finish fight.
I always
one thing that I felt that they could have done to improve that, because from the trailer, we know that the final fight would be Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman taking on Doomsday.
That
which
trailer
is referred
ruined
to, which it's not just maybe it's Doomsday, it is Doomsday. It has the origin of Doomsday. Lex Luthor refers to it as Doomsday. It is the Doomsday. Now, what would have made that a really cool moment is if, when there's a scene later in the film when Lois Lane's trying to get hold of a particular, the spear, to help them fight, and she's underwater. Now, if they had
Aquaman
come in and save her, that would have been a moment. I thought
they would do it, like, when she threw it in, I was like, okay, so the spear, like a spear thing that Aquaman has is going to have a Kryptonian type thing, or then when she dived in, I was like, oh, we're going to get a quick glance of Aquaman, but
or even whoever the Flash is in this world, if he just showed up, if they just showed up then, they didn't need a backstory or have them see previously. Just have them show up. You know they exist. If you had them show up and have the Justice League fighting Doomsday, then that would have been led into a, oh my god, we need to see the next movie.
They can't do that.
Why not? Yeah,
because it's building a universe. They have to do it slowly.
No, they don't. No, they don't. They didn't have to do that. Well, but what
they do from their point of view.
What I mean is that again, everything we saw in this film, apart from the final fight's death of Superman, we'd seen everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
That's the thing. Is though.
So you're watching a film where you're just going, oh yeah, that bit.
The thing is that you have to try and then watch
during scenes,
it
which I was finding it a bit dull. Do you know one thing I noticed? As I was watching the film, I was looking around at all the kids that were excited at the beginning of the movie. They were all on their phones. They were bored. It was not. This should have been a more, even though they shouldn't try to copy the Marvel formula. They needed to make it a bit more accessible for younger viewers.
Raise the rating so that the younger people wouldn't have been there.
Yeah, but then they wouldn't have got the money.
I know, but the thing is I actually really enjoyed those opening 40 minutes because I like we learned that Clark Kent was actually part of the Daily Planet now, and that where Batman is by this point in his life. I actually really, really enjoyed those moments in the film. I really did.
Okay,
like,
so I've ranted enough already. You got.
The first 40 minutes I have no problem with because for me a film that has a lot of action can be to a point where you're like, okay, and I just want plot, and I really enjoyed those 40 minutes. Like, only seeing Batman once and then getting lots of Bruce Wayne stuff really appealed to me. And Superman, having him doing a lot of saves and then like him, but I like the fact that they did have the whole, he hates Batman completely and they have the whole setup of the thing. But the only problem I had mostly was with, you find out Lex Luthor sends the notes to Wayne, and it's like, really? This is my initial thought was, really, Batman's gonna fall for this and like suddenly go ape? But then I thought, hang on, this is an older Batman who has lost so much, and the slightest thing will tip him. And we see him kill in this film. So
with a gun. No,
in the visions,
majority in the visions, you see him kill with a gun. Yeah, but I think that's the idea. Is that is the future.
But I the
vision is from the future.
At the end of the film, I got the feeling that because now Superman is dead, that he isn't that Batman anymore. That he is going to become a more vigilante, will not kill type of Batman. Instead of just going around like, oh, I don't care, bang, you're dead, bang, you're dead, bang, you're dead.
While Superman is dead for a bit.
Oh yes, they're gonna.
I mean, like, I don't know if this was deliberate, but I'm probably totally wrong here, but almost felt that the bagpipe thing when they're playing the bagpipe music in a funeral. I know that you do play that at funerals, but instantly as it played, I was thinking, what, Star Trek 2 and Star Trek 3? I almost felt like, because it's going, he's dead this movie, alive in the next. Yeah, he'll come back he'll be back at the end of Justice League.
I felt like I felt more when they had the funeral and they were like, oh look, the Earth is floating.
Yeah.
PT. That they shouldn't have done that. That it should keep him dead, because we know full well that more than likely a big, huge, badass, probably Darkseid, maybe not quite Darkseid. I know they're probably saving him for the end. That's when Superman's going to turn up and go, hey guys, I'm alive.
He'll be the big
save. He'll be the big MacGuffin of a film.
He'll be the big save, the kind of like...
Yeah.
Yeah, because they will bring him back, because...
Yeah, of course they will.
They have done the death of Superman, so they shall bring him back in the same way they did in the comics.
Yeah.
Well, not in the same way, but they'll do this that story.
And I was talking to a friend, and they said how they don't like the fact that Wonder Woman is in this, and then we're going to get Wonder Woman's origin after.
Yeah.
But actually, I'm like, no, actually, I like this now because we've now only had snippets and gone. Who is she?
Here's the thing: if you didn't know anything about this character, you wouldn't have known it was Wonder Woman
Exactly,
because she was first
one
introduced.
thing.
So the big reveal of seeing the photo from whatever the photo, I'm assuming it's like a World War I, World War II type photo.
It's in the movie. It's from.
And you see that it's Wonder Woman in that photo. You think, holy God, this is Wonder Woman. This character's Wonder Woman. That would have been a spark moment. But again, you already knew this.
Yeah.
The problem is we do live in an age where
trailers spoil.
Well, trailer has to spoil because the internet will do it for you if you don't.
But I like the fact that you have people who piece things together like on their own. But trailers are getting to a point where you watch a trailer and you go, do I really need to see a film now?
To use an example of a film we've seen recently, 10 Cloverfield Lane, you knew nothing about it.
Yeah.
So how much more would you enjoy it if you didn't already know it? If you knew everything about that film, you wouldn't have enjoyed it as much as when you watched it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, is that have a film done, like have a trailer done the way 10 Cloverfield Lane works, and then if you got like, say if a DC film did that, then you would have the hardcore fanboys like going, oh, do you see that little bit there in the corner, do you see that bit? They would piece things together, but it's not like slapping you in the face that this is happening, it's like only the pure fanboys would get these things.
The Superman trailer did, it basically,
trailer.
From trailer beginning to end, it pretty much told you this bit, this bit.
As we've said, the last trailer should have been the only trailer they showed, because the one before just made you go, well, do I need to see it? I know what's going to happen in this.
Yeah,
Apart from they hid the big WTF at the end, which is like, okay,
if you hadn't known, that would have been a bigger moment. The fact that, oh my God, it's Doomsday. Even though it did look a bit ew.
I liked how he looked like he was slowly turning into the Doomsday we recognised, though. With each explosion,
first he started as Gollum on steroids, and then over time, and then he became almost like a fire demon-looking character, and then look, there's all the bone thing. Yeah,
it's like we finally have a bit of Doomsday, and then he died. And like, oh, okay.
Or is he?
Or is he? Yes. Well, is it going to be like you pull out the staff and then he just gets resurrected, like I'm alive, and then Superman has to turn up again? I don't care. Superman's not in it for a bit.